Yeah, well, my lesson was a lot of times becoming a vessel for the
Mm,
energy, right? And so, when we hold so tightly onto things and we think that they're ours, nothing in this life is really ours. Even our ideas are not ours. Like, I had read this book. This is what I knew about Notorious. I've read this book. It's called Big Magic. It's written by Elizabeth Gilbert. In this
mm,
book, she talks about divine ideas. And she says,
mhm.
here's the deal: if you're given a divine idea and you don't move on it, somebody else is gonna take it. That's why you always have that. Everybody has the thing where like, "Oh, I thought about that and I didn't move on it."
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. I'm excited to be here today, excited to be with you, and I'm excited about the guest that I have. I can't wait for us to pick her brain, see things through her lens. She's in the mortgage game, and so definitely know what she's doing. And I'm gonna let her tell you everything she's doing, all about what she's doing. And so I am so happy to introduce you guys to Miss Paige Hernandez. Miss Paige, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. No, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And listen, Miss Page, I want to dive right in. I want you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. You want to give us a little bit of an origin story of how you got into real estate, how you got into what you do. We would love to know that. And then if you don't mind, tell them what market you're operating in, what part of the world you're in. So, Miss Page, you have the floor, man.
Thank you. So I'm
Yes.
a mortgage originator. I've grown up in this business. My mom opened our mortgage company in 1993. And so I've, in one facet or another, probably done every single thing in mortgage and in real estate. And spent most of my career on the lender side, and then went and got married, had some babies, and I was a stay-at-home mom for about 8 years. Decided to jump back into the industry, and went out, got my real estate license. I did real estate for a little bit and then really found that my skills and my knowledge played better on the mortgage side. So transitioned over to mortgage. And over time, my business really started to evolve and lead me along to work with solely with investors. Part of that reason is I was doing fix and flips with my stepbrother at the time, and then I was buying a short term rental, and sharing that process with my clients then opened me up to doing financing for them. And so now, years later, just focused specifically on investors. We do a lot of debt service, we do a lot of fix and flip. And then we also, ground up construction that kind of leads you out into other things that they're doing too. So some ground up construction stuff, some commercial stuff, little off the beaten path stuff. But by and large, it's a lot of, debt service, short term rental, around the nation. Particularly right now, one of the avenues that I'm seeing a lot of growth in our business is in using that BRRR model, made famous by Bigger Pockets, the buy, rehab, rent, refi, repeat. Combining that with short term rental provides a little bit, creating opportunities for them because opportunities are kind of few and far between at the moment in some of your markets. And so do a lot of that. Also, over the past handful of years, I started an organization that supports women in mortgage. It's called Notorious. You can go to Notorious WMN if you're in mortgage and learn about it. But that organization specifically is really to highlight the female voice in a very male dominated industry and provide more opportunities for them. And also to, provide a female model for success, often as, women in real estate, women in mortgage, women investors, our responsibilities as wives and mothers tend to be a little bit different than our male counterparts, and so our business model and our what success means to us is often very different. And so being able to, have a community that then highlights that is something I'm very much focused on.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I love it. So thank you. Thank you for your journey. Thank you for telling us where you are now. Thank you for talking about Notorious. I absolutely love it. So I'm listening to you talk. Mom started the business in 1993. You kind of just was raised up in it, right? And so I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments. So of course, it makes sense you kind of where you are now because destiny in that moment kind of raised you up in it. But I also want to know what other skills can you give language to that you have that kind of make you who you are now? Like, how did you pick things up like from when you were younger and like they transferred to who you are now and made you the woman you are now and the businesswoman you are now?
Yeah. So for good or for bad, I have this personality type that um it's kinda like a puzzle. I'm like a puzzle person, and
Mm.
so sometimes it's, like, obnoxious where, we go out to eat, and I walk into a restaurant, and then all of a sudden, if they have a certain whatever, I'm, like, reworking the business plan in
Yes,
my
yes,
mind,
yes.
right? I'm like, this could we could fix this." Like, I just went to a restaurant that I had actually grown up in my 20s going to this place. It was, like, a bar restaurant. It was owned by Dennis Rodman. It's in Newport Beach, and a new company had bought it. It sat vacant for years. A new company bought it. They made it into like a members only restaurant. And so
Yeah.
when I walked in, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I've been here so many times growing up. It looks different. Okay, great. And then when I was looking at it, I was like, there are 14 tables in here. And then my mind's like, how do you cover the
Mhm.
expenses with 14 tables? So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I need to I'm sorry, I'm like here for a holiday party. So I'm like, I need 5 minutes because now I got to figure this out. So I'm like, let me walk around. Let me do where is the money coming from here? Because like in my brain, even with a members only membership, it still doesn't work. It doesn't pencil out. And so then I look outside and they have like this floating deck in like their dock space where usually there's like a massive yacht there, but instead they took a floating dock and they can now sit I don't know how many more tables outside. So now I'm like, oh, okay, now the numbers start to start to
Yeah,
make sense. But
yeah.
this shows up everywhere. Like if
Mm.
there's a problem, I'm like, I have to personally solve it.
Yeah,
I can't get
yeah.
off of it. And
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
for good or
Uh-huh.
for bad, if you have that personality, you're like, yeah, girl, I know you. So there's that. And I think
Yeah.
like as entrepreneurs, like that tends to be one of the things that we're really good at is like solving problems. And, we have a personality type that can like we can withstand the normal day to day that can sometimes it really sucks most of the time, but like the win is so good. And
Yeah.
it's like almost like your personality profile is probably very prone to addiction because of how the brain lights up and how you can withstand struggle. Um,
Mhm.
so those are just things that innately I carry. And so I mean they're good when you can channel them in the right place.
Yeah.
They can be toxic if you don't. So it's like living on the edge sometimes in your business of being able to take those things that are, really great qualities when they're channeled in the right space.
Yeah. No, I was laughing because you described my wife. That's how my wife is. She
Mhm.
she anywhere she goes, she can just figure things out and
Yeah.
she see things. Yeah, so I get it. So that's not my personality, but I do have a personality that has that
Yeah.
personality.
Or
If
you
that
know what makes it really hard for people like us? We can't just enjoy things. Like if
mm-hmm,
we do something and we like it, then we're like, we got to make a business out of it. And it's like, no, stop it. You don't have to, not everything needs to be a business. Like you can
yeah,
just do something because you like it. But our
yeah,
brains immediately are like, ooh, I really like
mm,
this. Now they're like, how do I run the numbers? Like,
yeah, yeah,
stop.
yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, and that's something that has to be self-managed. And like you said, it could be it's like your gift and your curse. It's like what make you
Mhm.
your superpower, but also could be your kryptonite. So no,
Yeah.
I absolutely get it. Absolutely get it. So I have to ask, as you were building, even with this trait, have you faced any adversity as you was building? Have you bumped up against this?
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
My friend.
Yeah, yeah,
Every year it seems like there's a new lesson to be learned, and we often are like relearning the lessons. Like we learned it to one level, but then it shows up again, and it's like, oh, okay, well here we are, we're learning it in a different capacity.
yeah.
Um, the I really noticed it when I started Notorious because I think I got very proficient with mortgage. And when you're
Mm,
proficient at what you do, a lot of times you're not stepping out into that unknown and really stretching yourself. And so when I decided, I noticed there wasn't enough female leadership. I was like, I'm gonna do basically I would look at events and it'd be like 90% male was the lineup. And so I just
mm,
got fed up one day. I was like, fine, I'll do an all female event.
mm,
And so at that time when I did that, like I knew I didn't have the resources, I didn't have the capital. Like I didn't even have a personal website for mortgage. Like, how am I going to do an event? Like, this is so far outside my comfort zone. And so that first year was really battling my own self and my own limiting beliefs. And I had the opportunity that year to really strengthen, my own, mindset and then my own spiritual belief around, you don't
mm.
get a gifted with a plan without the resources to do it. And so
Come on.
yeah, it was like a beautiful experience to go, "Oh, well, Paige, you spent so many years really fine-tuning your belief system around success and around, channeling with God and all of this, and, like,
Mm,
you
mm,
got a little lazy. Now you're really gonna get an opportunity to put this back into practice." And
yeah.
so that was such a cool experience, to you a lot of times it's like we don't step out in faith and like because like it's easy for us and it's like well
Mhm,
you can't allow God to show up for you when you're doing everything on your own, you're proficient. It's like when you step out in that place where you don't have the resources for it, you
yeah.
have no other choice but to
Mm,
really dig into like I must be provided for because
mm,
I'm not getting
mm,
this without that. And so that was like the first lesson. That was like that year, the whole year. And there were times like people would come and they would say some wild stuff of like, their own limiting beliefs around whatever it was. And I had to be really strong and like, well, that's great for you, but I'm not available for
mm,
your limiting belief. So you can
yeah,
think that, but I'm not available for that. And
yeah,
so that was like that whole first year was really my own mindset.
yeah.
Year two of building Notorious was very different.
Mhm,
Now that it was proven, then it was me battling everybody else. And so, when you have success, I don't know if I'd ever experienced it to this level. When you start to have success, there are people around you that will not be, they're going to be very triggered by it because it's their own limiting beliefs that are you know, being triggered. It's their own scarcity mindset that there can only be so much success. And like if somebody else has success, then it takes away from theirs. And one of the things that I saw is as my influence started to grow, that really shook a lot of people. And I mean, if I shared with you the things that people had said about me and like the attacks that I personally got, I mean, it was a wild experience to go through. And then even that, like my lesson in that was I had to reflect back on like times in my life where any up level I had had, what had predated that up level in business
Yeah.
or in life, there was like a mass clearing out. It was like God would come in and be like, we are clearing people
Mm,
and things out of your life because you can't go where you are supposed to go with those with
mm,
that there. And so it always felt like a lot of loss in the moment. It was like relationships, opportunities were like, and
mm,
then my life would up level. And so that's kind of how like this past year, as these things were starting to happen, I was like, all right, God, like I see you, like take it away. And like a lot of my lesson this year was not holding on so tightly to, relationships and opportunities and things and people, and just allowing that energy to come in and do what it was supposed to do, and knowing that all of those things were happening, even if they didn't feel good in the moment, because it's the setup for where I'm supposed to go, and trusting in that. So that was year 2. And then we'll see what year 3 brings. Like, I don't know.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Miss Page, you said so many great, amazing things. I love how you talked about your interaction with God. Like I heard my mentor say like this, like when God gives you something, you got to hold it like this. It's not intended to be held like this. It's to intend to be held like this, because all he's asking you to do is steward it. So he's
Hmm.
asking you to steward the opportunity, steward the friendship. And when you hold it like this, you allow him to put it in your hands and take it out if he wants to.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he put it in your when you hold like this, you just balancing what he gives you. You're just stewing in it. You're not holding like this. You're not taking it like this. You're like, okay, God, you gave me. I'll steward it. I'll balance it. But if you want to take it away, you go ahead and take it away. And that's what it sounds like. That's one of the realizations that you came to. It's like, I'll steward it. But if you take it away, okay, let me let it go, because just how you gave it, you'll give me something else. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my lesson was a lot of times becoming a vessel for the
Mm,
energy, right? And so, when we hold so tightly onto things and we think that they're ours, nothing in this life is really ours. Even our ideas are not ours. Like, I had read this book. This is what I knew about Notorious. I've read this book. It's called Big Magic. It's written by Elizabeth Gilbert. In this
mm,
book, she talks about divine ideas. And she says,
mhm.
here's the deal: if you're given a divine idea and you don't move on it, somebody else is gonna take it. That's why you always have that. Everybody has the thing where like, "Oh, I thought about that and I didn't move on it." You all have that happen to you.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
because this is a divine idea. It's coming to the world. And so you get the opportunity to take the action. And if you don't, I'll go
yeah,
somewhere else. And so that's how I like distinctly felt with, building Notorious. So like, oh, this is bigger than me. And so,
yeah,
okay, here we go. We're gonna take the steps, but I never, even today, still don't feel like it's mine. Like, I don't
gotcha.
have ownership over it. I'm just the
Mm,
vessel for it. And, that is the challenge sometimes when we hold on so tightly to everything that we have. We don't allow one God to show up for us. And then we also there is no movement. Like nothing can come to you if you are
mm,
holding on so tightly. And so
mm,
same thing with like sometimes money. We do that with money. It's like we hoard all of our money. We don't want to spend it. And it's like money is just an energy. And so if we can start, moving the energy, you get the
mm,
opportunity to receive. And in fact, I would be willing to bet. I mean, there's times at which I'm like, the reason why you're not receiving is because you're not giving. It's like you first have to create that vacuum. You have to create some space that allows you to get more. And so we often want to hold on to everything that we have because we treasure it so dearly, but we're not allowing something bigger and better to come. And those are just foundational belief systems that, I mean, at the end of the day, like you get to choose what you believe, and like you can choose something that either serves you or doesn't serve you. And so you can
mm,
believe that you're not going to be blessed in a bigger fashion, or you can choose to believe that, like, everything is happening in your highest favor. And so if it is a clearing out, yeah, does it suck in the moment? Yeah, I don't feel good. But if you know that it's there to make space for something bigger because you don't have there's only so much capacity, right? So we have to be able to move it. And once it moves, it's like you create this vacuum of being able to attract back to yourself a better and a higher and a more, in alignment opportunity for yourself. Sorry, I just like went on a preaching
Mm.
moment.
I was you took the words out of my mouth because I was going to say, if I was in church, this is the moment where I would be standing up saying amen. I would be standing up saying amen. Yes. No, but you're spot on. You're spot on with what you said. Like, you are spot on. I'm not going to even try to say it any better than you because you just said it so eloquently. And so I love the way you thinking. I love your perspective. So I have to ask you, what's next? What's the next goal for you?
Yeah, so I would really like so we have our Notorious stuff. So we last year we launched a podcast, a magazine, and a YouTube show. You guys can go to like, I don't know, YouTube and type in Notorious WMN. It's called Standout.
Sure.
And we don't really talk mortgage, but it is about being a female in business and entrepreneurship and what those, challenges and limiting beliefs and how do you overcome. So you can go check that out. And then as far as mortgage goes, I am sometimes at my capacity as far as me. So I'd like to really look. One of my like things I focus on every year, like tagline in the back of my head is more money, less effort, more money, less effort.
Mm,
Like that is the business plan I want. So I
mm.
know a lot of times people like get out there and they want to tell you, like they coach you and they're like, get up earlier, like 5 a.m. club. I'm like, I'm not about it. Not about the 5 a.m. club. I'm not, I am, like, at first, sure, do you have to earn your street cred and you need to earn your stripes in any business so that you know what you're doing. But there comes a point at which it's like, I don't want the business plan that is working 10 and 12-hour days. Like, I've done that before. I want more money with less effort. Please show me that business plan. And so that's where I'm looking at, like, how do I streamline what I do it at a bigger capacity? Like, I don't know. I want lifestyle, you guys. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't work if I didn't have to, but here we are. So if I could work the least and make the most, that is that is the where I wanna be on that side of the business plan.
Oh my goodness, I'm loving this conversation. You are absolutely correct. More money, less effort. Like, we want to work once and get paid, get paid, get
Yeah,
paid, get paid.
because
Not
some
work,
people
work, work, and get paid once now. You know.
no, like, it's so funny when I watch, like, what's out there in the world as far as, like, coaching and classes and, like, someone's, like, really glorifying the grind, and I'm like, "Nah, bro, like, I don't want that." Like, even in my industry, there's, like, always this conversation around, units versus volume. So how many loans you can do, how many units versus volume. And
Yeah.
from a company standpoint, the company makes more money if the workers do more units. So of course, I'm going to promote more units. I want my staff to do more units, but your staff don't get paid that way. Like your salespeople get paid off of volume, and so you're just really making them a slave to your business because you want more money. They don't be making more money. So I'm always like, no, like why are we like? There's even like celebrating high volume. I'm like, this is no, I'm not celebrating. I want the absolute opposite of that. I want the least amount of units. I
Mm,
want, like, if I could get my business to like work where I don't have to work so hard, like that is the goal. And I don't know, for anybody that tells you that's not the goal, I kind of feel like they are becoming a slave to their business. And like, that's
mm,
not where I want to be.
mm, mm, mm. I can say so much more on that, but I'm not because I was on my own rant myself. But it's so refreshing to hear you talk. It's so refreshing to hear your mindset. Listen, Miss Page, if someone wanted to connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, man?
Yeah, so I'm across all socials. Paige Taylor Hernandez. You can find me on like Instagram and Facebook and also on LinkedIn, but I don't really like LinkedIn. I think it's boring over there to be honest. If we're
Yeah.
being honest, pretty boring over on LinkedIn. But I'm across all socials. You can find me there. You can also go to my website, it's Paige Taylor Hernandez. .com. You can, fill out an intake form. I'll give you a call back. But yeah, social works great for me. I kind of hang out there. All my business comes from there. So, feel free to hit me up. If you friend request me, no, I don't really do the friend request option very often.
That was that. No, we putting the stamp. She don't be the friend request. That was the
Yeah.
alarm, so don't do it.
So there you go. So if
Yeah.
you send a friend request, send me a message to like, hey, I heard you on blah blah blah. That way I do that. I also this is gonna be, I don't know, hot take of how I do business differently. I like do not answer my phone. Like my
Mm,
voicemail says, listen, if please don't leave a message because we do not return phone calls here. Messages are not checked. If you are a client of mine, go ahead and text me. If you are not a client of mine, please do not text me. I don't take meetings. Like, I'm here to make money. I'm here to support my clients. And
mm,
outside of that, I'm not here for, a sales call. Like,
mm,
there's too many people trying to pitch you all the time, and it's a big, huge distraction. And so
mm,
I don't really answer my phone. So I tell clients, like, you need to be texting me or hit me up in Messenger if you want a response because phone calls
mm,
do not go answered. So
yeah. I love it. I love it, Miss Page. So listen, let
it's
me say.
like the anti sales model. You don't answer your phone. I'm like, no. Oh, mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, Miss Page. Oh my goodness. I gotta say thank you. One, thank you for your time. Because of course, time is valuable. We just talked about it. We want to work less and get paid more. So your time is very, very valuable. So thank you for your story. Thank you for the gift, what I call the gift of your vulnerability, the gift of your transparency, just sharing with us today. Appreciate that. And Ms. Page, thank you for your mindset, your perspective. Thank you for bringing that mindset to this platform. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. This was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you heard Miss Page. Normally I'll be saying check her out, check her out, check them out, give them a call, get in contact. But listen, don't call. Just reach out in other ways. Don't leave a message. Don't text. Definitely check out Notorious. Did you give up? Did you give the podcast? Did you tell them where to go for the podcast?
Yeah, so you can go to all podcast platforms. It's called Standout
Okay.
by Notorious. It's
Okay.
across, Apple and
Okay.
Spotify or all those things. Yeah.
Okay. So definitely go check out on the podcast. Do that. Y'all definitely do that. But definitely make sure you are subscribed here because we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Miss Page. And so thank you so much, ma'am. I greatly appreciate you. And everyone else, y'all have a great day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.